Radio Rahim with Calvin Ford on a victorious night at Capital One. Now that the fight is done, we had a little conversation earlier this week about what it was like to keep Tank focused through controversy, through distraction. In the ring, did it feel like it was taking him a couple of rounds to get in the rhythm?
No, I really appreciate the work you put in this time because you can see the maturity coming in. It's 1 to 12. Tank can get you from 1 to 12. Today I seen different, man. He really was putting it together, breaking them down. Because Hector was a great fighter. That's like when I sit there and say Devin got out on him. But I seen the night from Hector. Hector looked pretty good. I don't think he was that type of guy that you could just walk right through. Tank put it together. Certain things he couldn't do on Hector, but because of Southpaw, Hector was a little tricky and whatnot, but Tank got the job done.
It looked like Hector intended to box to get to the victory. And maybe it was a slow start from Tank, or like Tank said he was just figuring him out.
What I think I see out of Hector, he seen Barrios came out chopping first. So Hector wanted to take the thing, I'm going to take my time and try to run with Tank second half of the fight. Couldn't do it. Once we seen he couldn't move backwards to his right, we had him.
Was there anything that you were working on tonight to prepare you for April and Ryan Garcia?
Nope. Nope. Because Ryan is a different fighter, taller. He has his little tricks and whatnot. Every fight is different. Every camp is different. Approach to fight is different. So right now we're just going to see that the fight is going all the way through and whatnot. And we're seeing when we get that face off, that's where the fight really starts.
With a fighter like Davis, who knows he has knockout power, who's now knocked out 28 or top 28 men, if it gets later in the rounds, like we're in round 8, we're getting close to the championship rounds, is it difficult to keep him disciplined, to keep boxing and just let the knockout come and not chase it?
If you look at it, look at all his knockouts. When he first started in the beginning, it was in the early rounds. As he started moving up in competition, what happens? It's in the later round. They're going to come when they come. I don't train them for knockouts. I train them for punishment.
And when it comes to punishment, I know you're not going to give the game plan up, but as a trainer, give me the matchup of where Ryan Garcia's weaknesses become Gervonta Davis's strengths.
He's trained with Goosem now, so they changing a lot of things. He's not the same when he was with Canelo's coach. Yeah, it's not the same. So I have to see and go back the time that he had been with Gooses and just compare different styles of coaches of what they're doing and then see what Gooses try to get in his head or what he's trying to change with him there.
Do you think one camp is better than the other for Garcia?
Me and Tank talked about it. I thought Canelo's camp was better. But again, Goosem didn't have enough time with him, but he's been winning, so got to look at it.
Is there anything that you change in camp? We can agree that this is a step up in competition, like you say. Things change, knockouts come later. Do you approach this fight differently than the past?
I'm approach every fight different because they different men, they different athletes, different style. Hector was Southpaw just now. We don't spar Southpaws every day. We just showed that we could punch height, chop it down with Barrios. You know what I'm saying? Guys that throw a lot of punches, Cruz. Only one I want now is a person shorter than Tank. You know what I'm saying?
That's going to be hard to get with all due respect.
Yeah, Pitbull Cruz.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Tank boxed him with one hand. So Ron, we'll see.
You mentioned you would like a smaller guy. Obviously, Ryan is a taller guy. Does that pose a unique challenge, though? A guy who's fast, Tank has admitted that Ryan's got speed. His time is good. He's got power.
He got all the attributes. Right now, we just have to figure how to clamp down on it.
Lastly, when Tank enters camp this time, will you be isolating him from the outside world? Maybe even,
Why Why would I try to change something that's really not broke? I can't change a situation that is lady. You can't. That could happen to you or me. You know what I'm saying? He just have to make sure keep making wise decisions. And we're here. So he made a wise decision, you know?
And lastly, a lot of people forget that trainers are competitive too. You know, the Goosen is going to be competitive with the Reynosos, and now you are going to be competitive with Goosen. What is this journey like for you as a trainer and getting your just dues and respect as being able to bring a fighter like Tank into a ring and accomplish what you've had so far?
You see that crowd tonight? Mm-hmm. They not doing what I'm doing.
There it is. Well, I can't wait to see you do it again. April 15th, Radio Rahim with Calvin Ford.
Have a nice one.